As I sit here and read articles and look across social media, many people are questioning if he really was injured in the first place. Now, Shawn Porter fought Adrian Broner in June of 2015. Luis Collazo was Keith Thurman's last fight in July of 2015. We are now, you might as well say, in March of 2016. Now, they're saying that the fight is likely going to happen, or it's looking like it's going to happen in May after the whole card just fell apart and has been canceled. Keith Thurman got into an accident about a week or so ago. I forgot the exact date. I'm going to say he got into an accident on around the 17th or the 18th of February. The fight was announced to be postponed that Keith Thurman pulled out on the 23rd of February of 2016. Which leaves us to ask the question is, what happened within a week's time for Keith Thurman to feel that he couldn't fight on March the 12th? Well, the story is he got into an accident. The airbag was deployed, hit him. He got some whiplash. He went to go train and spar, and there was still some lingering soreness, so he pulled out of the fight. Kenny Porter, the father trainer of Shawn Porter, is saying that they want to see some proof. As a fan myself, I want to see some proof too. This is a big fight. In fact, it was the biggest fight of March, even though ticket sales allegedly wasn't doing so good. Promotion of the fight wasn't going so well. And there was still many questions of why was this fight not PBC, but Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS. Also, what's going on with the WBA situation at 147 pounds, now that Floyd Mayweather no longer is the Super World Champion? Would Keith Thurman have been elevated? Or, there were a lot of questions. But now, the fight is gone. It's kind of got stale. I want to see the fight, don't get me wrong, but I'm not hyped for the fight anymore. We've been talking about this fight since September. Since September. They were supposed to fight in November, it was rumored. They were supposed to fight in December, it was rumored. January, it was rumored. February, it was rumored. Then we got March. Okay, we said, all right, it's finally happening. They had this little secretive press conference where it wasn't even formally announced that there was going to be a press conference. It was just like, oh, look, voila. Here's a Keith Thurman versus Shawn Porter press conference. There's a lot of questions that's making me think, who doesn't want to fight who? Now, Shawn Porter and his father, Kenny Porter, mostly Kenny Porter, has been very open in the media about how much they want this fight. But when it comes to Keith Thurman, haven't you noticed he's been kind of behind the scenes, but away from the cameras? He's not doing no interviews. He's not on social media like that. He never really was, though. But he hasn't been talking about the fight. So it leads a lot of people to believe that he don't want the fight. When a fighter's not doing well in training camp, or preparation for a fight is not going well, and a lot of insiders notice, what does a fighter do? He pulls out of the fight. So why does does he feel he needs more time to prepare? And what has he been doing, all this time? By the time they step into the ring, if it is in May, it'll be 11 months since Shawn Porter fought. 10 months since Keith Thurman fought, and these are top PBC guys. These guys are supposed to be active. We still have no information on why the fight didn't happen in November, December, January, or February. We have no, we were hearing unofficially that they were trying to find a network, but it's like, God damn, this damn near a year. So, Abner Maris was supposed to fight on the card. Gary Russell was supposed to fight on the card against God knows who. I was going to do that video and I was going to roast him because he's the WBC champion at 126 pounds and he was going to be fighting nobody. So the whole situation is crazy, and it's making me wonder, when it comes to PBC with all these different networks and all these outlets to show boxing, a guy like Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter need to be fighting 3 times a year. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Follow me on Twitter. Also, after every major fight, I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout on Saturday nights. Returning this Saturday night after Frampton versus Quigg, Leo Santa Cruz versus Martinez, Hank Lundy and Terrence Crawford, and so on and so on. All the links to my social media are right below. Please subscribe.